Hi everyone! In this video, I'll show you how to create and edit local holdings records, also known as LHRs, for single-part monographs in MARC21 using WorldShare Record Manager. So let's say I want to add this item, the Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead, to my collection. If you are not using WMS WorldShare Management Services, you can just add your holding symbol to the record in WorldCat to indicate that you own or have access to an item. But if you are using WMS, then you'll need to add a local holdings record in which you'll include local information, such as a barcode, shelving location, and a call number. In this video, I'll show you how to add a local holdings record for this item. And I'm going to do this in MARC21 view, although you can also add local holdings records in text view in Record Manager. So I've logged into WorldShare and I'm going to select Metadata, and then I will select Record Manager. First, I need to search for a bibliographic record for this title. I'm going to leave the data type set to bibliographic records. And for the scope, I'm going to leave it set to all WorldCat since I don't have any other copies. And then for the index, I'm going to select the ISBN index, and then I'll paste the ISBN into the search box and click Search. And my search has retrieved 23 records. I'm going to refine the search results by using the facets on the left. I'm going to select English for the language of cataloging, and now I have just 11 records. And I'll also select the format, print books, and now I have just 4 records in my results. I can see that the first record is a DLC, Library of Congress record. So it's a full-level, complete cataloging record. You can also see that 3,547 libraries have used this record to add their holdings. If I hover over the blue eye, you can see some additional information from the record, and I can see that it matches the publication information I have for my item. To see the full record and to get started adding my holdings, I can click on the title, or I can click on the link that says Edit. Either one will take me to the full bib record. I'm going to scroll down to view more of the record. At the very bottom of the record is the area where I could add LBD, local bibliographic data, and below that is where you'll see any attached local holdings records. To get started, I'll go to the record menu at the top, and then on the LHR submenu, I'm going to select Derive. This takes me to the Derive record screen. First, I want to look at the leader. I'll click the triangle next to it to expand it. Record status is set by the system, so it says New, since it's a new local holdings record I'm adding. Since this is a single-part monograph, the system default for type of record is X, single-part item holdings. The encoding level also defaults to the correct code for a single-part item, Z for other. Item information in record defaults to item information is in the record. This is the correct code if I'm going to add a barcode. If I was not going to barcode for this item, I could click the drop-down and select N for no item information is in the record. If you've made any changes, click Done to save the changes. If you haven't changed anything, or you don't want to save the changes, then you can click Cancel. Next, I'll open the 008 by clicking the triangle to expand it. For receipt or acquisition status, and for method of acquisition. You can leave these set to unknown, but if you want to code them, you can open the drop-down. I'm going to select Received and Complete for this field, and then for method of acquisition, I'm going to open the drop-down and select Purchase. Completeness is set at the default for Not Applicable, which is correct for a single-part monograph. I'll click Done to save my changes for the 008. The next field that we're going to look at is the 852, which contains the location information, call number, and so on. So I'll expand the field by clicking the triangle. The first indicator is my shelving scheme. I'll click the drop-down and select Library of Congress. I'm going to leave the shelving order, my second indicator, at the default No Information Provided. Subfield A is already populated with my OCLC symbol. Subfield B, The branch or sublocation is set to my default, the main branch. I could click the drop-down if I need to change it to another branch location, but I'll leave it set to the main branch. Next, I need to add a subfield for shelving location. To add a subfield, I'm going to click on the green circle with the plus sign. When I do that, I then have an option to open the drop-down that says, select a subfield, so I'll select C, shelving location. Then, I'm going to open the drop-down and I'll select main stacks. Since my library is profiled for Library of Congress classification, the classification number in subfield H and the item part or cutter in subfield I are populated from the bib record, either from field 090 if I've entered a local call number there, or from the 050, the LC classification number in the bib record. I'll click Done to save the changes to the 852. Next, I need to add a barcode, and that's going to go in 876 subfield P. If I want to add any additional subfields, I could expand the 876 by clicking the triangle, and then I could click the green circle and then select a subfield to add, such as a note or a cost. If I don't need to make any changes, I can click Cancel. Now I'm ready to save my local holdings record. So I'll click Save. And the system responds, "You're about to change the audience level of the LHR. The audience level of the associated bibliographic record will update to the most public level of the associated LHRs. My default audience level, all users, means there are no restrictions on who can view this in WorldCat Discovery. Note that the option to set an audience level is only available for WMS libraries at this time. I'll save this LHR without changing the audience level. Next, I want to see how this looks in WorldCat Discovery. So I'm going to go to the Record menu, and then I'm going to select View in WorldCat Discovery. So here it is, the Underground Railroad, and you can see it is held by my library. Here's my location information, my main branch, main stacks shelving location, and it says it is available. If you have questions, you can contact OCLC support in your region by going to https://oc.lc/support. Thanks for watching.